Chat. Um, I'm quite late today, right? I just woke up, man. I had a really deep sleep. Just woke up. So let's see. Let's see what is there for us today. Hope something good is there for us today. Right? Mm. All right, chat. So another day, right? We didn't have no. We were pretty close to home every trade yesterday, but we didn't. Let's see what happens today. If we're gonna get a trade or not. Right, chat. So just woke up, man. Still not feeling fresh at all. Holy. Okay. Start from daily always, right? All right, we got that support over here, pretty much the same, right? And we got that resistance. I'm still looking for a tap on that support, but I think you guys can see the price is kind of like struggling within these levels. It has printed a range because if it breaks past these levels, it's easy for price to fall, right? So price is creating some sort of difficulty, right? Because I would bet that most traders are also looking for the same thing as I'm looking for. Not every trader, but I'll say some traders, right? Because there's always someone that is looking for things the same way you are, right? So all right, so the thought process is pretty much the same, right? We have to come down towards these levels to keep pushing higher, or perhaps correct these gaps here, right? That's the thought process. But very important, you have to notice that we got that resistance. So if price breaks past that resistance, then we know that we are now we are going up, right? We have confirmed that this is the pullback, right, chat? So gotta be very careful with that. We have confirmed that this is a pullback. Hold on. That this is the pullback, right? But I don't think this is the pullback. I think we have to get a pullback here or here, right? My steeper pullback, but that's what I think. That's what price might do, and I just have to act accordingly. And then when it got for a time frame, what we're having here is very crucial. We have to understand whatever is happening over here. We have these lows here that price ended up closing below. Surely it did here. If we are kind of here, if we're kind of confused here, we have now certainty the price closed below here, right? So that level is not invalid. Now we have to see the low we had yesterday printed. If price ended up closing below, let's see. That was the low we had, right, chat? Hold on. Yeah, we surely did close below that too. Look at this. We ended up closing below that level too. Look at this. This is a closure below that level. So it's not a great closure per se, but it's still a closure below that level, chat. So it's still a closure below because this is the lows we had here, right? And as you can tell, there is a candle that closes right below that level, right? This candle closes right below these levels, right? So I think it's pretty much the same price action that we were having yesterday, right? And you know why I say pretty much the same? Because you also check that this candle has no bottom wick on the way to the upside, so there's no structure. So price, and it's the same thing we had yesterday here. So price might actually react here to go down again and then keep playing around, or when it comes down, it's gonna actually melt. So pretty much the same price is the same structure point level, the same structure. So now the lows that I'm looking for, what are those? Are these lows over here, right? But we got a high here that I'd love to see price taking, so that would be way too hot. The difference in today is price action yesterday is that the high we had yesterday was just here. Why there? Because you cannot take this high here as valid anymore, right? Why? Because price ended up taking those highs. So when price takes those highs, the highs that are not valid are these ones left here. You know what I mean, chat? So, but the good thing is price ended up printing a high here yesterday for this drop to the downside. So if price goes up and takes that high, then we can have a high chance of keep pushing lower, right, chat? So that's the major difference I'm noticing here from today's price action versus the price action we had versus the price action we had yesterday, right, chat? So, and I'm also noticing we've got a resistance now that I would love to highlight to mark for sure, right? And I don't think I want to base myself on with these lows anymore, because then the interval isn't great at all here. It's about like 30 points. It's not great at all. It's not great at all. We clearly have a support level here, but that's also exactly where that candle without bottoming is. So I don't need to mark that too, because right, I can mark the candle without bottoming because we might get price there, yeah, I mean, I don't like how we're going down, right? Low, 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 high, low. Wait. Let me just do this. Low, high, low, low, right? But it's kind of like it has been losing momentum in the past few. Are you guys able to hear me well? Hold on. My VPN, man, I can't control the stream anymore. Let me check it out. What's going on over here? I'm gonna make sure I'm not having any crazy delay or nothing like that. All right, everything on point. Everything on point. So I was saying, chat, just don't mind the back, please. But I was saying the difference is that we have these highs that I'd love to see price taking. Price doesn't need to do so because we already took those highs here. Keep that in mind. Since we took these highs there and we closed below this and below this, we don't need to take any highs anymore. That's very important. In fact, we have to take lows in order to keep pushing higher, right? And I can even mark that level, so that is pretty stuck on the fact that we actually took the levels, right? I mean, let me even delete that level for now. I can keep it there too. I don't think it hurts anyone, right? So, so my thought process is I'm marking this here because we have a candle without bottoming, right? And that's a 4-hour candle, right? The same thing we had yesterday here. Not only that, but that's an overall very important support level that price has been reacting, as you can tell. So that's what I'm getting from far perspective. Now, what happens here if price breaks close above that level and retest it? I still won't be looking for buys yet, not quite yet. I feel like buys are still slightly far from me. I'd love to see buys at least above these levels, because from daily perspective, then I know we are picking up and now we are going perhaps to target the next high or the next high. But for now, I can only think of shorts, right? And perhaps shorts when price takes liquidity here, shorts somewhere around here, or when price comes and takes liquidity here, shorts somewhere around here. It just depends on how far can the shorts be, right? Or even now. Why now? Because we didn't take liquidity on the lows. We actually closed below these lows and below these previous lows here, right? So that indicates me that we are going down for this session. Perhaps we didn't do it in the previous sessions because price just decided to go down on this next session, or I could be totally wrong. Perhaps from now on price just keeps pushing higher and higher, right? But if that's the case, then I'm fine with it, right? I'm fine with it as long as price comes in close above these levels. I want to see a 4-hour kind of closure above here, retest, and then I'll be looking for buys. My target will be those highs and those highs over there, right? But if price is still playing within below this resistance, I'll only be thinking of shorts until price comes to these lows here, right? To these lows here, right, chat? That's my take from far perspective, right? But of course, if price comes all the way down here, takes liquidity, and then creates a structure that I can benefit from, of course I'll be jumping for buys, because don't forget, we are overdoing what, chat? We are overdoing this. We are over bullish, right? So very important to understand that. But the buy is not now. Only one idea for shorts. As I go down, I'll keep understanding and explaining more. Oh, beautiful. And what I like more about today is a way different scenario than we had yesterday. As you can see, we didn't have structure on the upside. The only structure we had was this candle here, which was pretty close to these levels over here, which I was looking for shorts below that level here. We got pretty close, but we didn't quite manage to make it yet there, right? That's why we didn't have any trade yesterday. But if you check, all these moves that we had to the upside was balanced with the structure here. Then price ended up keeping up again. So if price can now go up, take those highs, and then bounce back lower, that's good. What I'll be waiting for is for price and lower time frames to break this previous high low here, right? And not only break, but print out a structure, right? Depends. It might break and lower time, print out a structure that I might benefit from, and jump in for shorts right there or right here, targeting what? This kind of that bottom first, or these lows. That'll be my target for today, right? So price doesn't need to take liquidity, or it could take highs. It's still a very risky trade. Why? Because you don't know if price after this is bouncing back up, right? Because it's really failing to keep the momentum here down, or perhaps today might be the day that price might actually give us that momentum to the downside, right? But what is true here is that we've got a candle without bottoming, and getting a correction that candle will be highly important, right? So let me go to 1 hour time frame. We got this internal lower high here too. High low, my bad. I keep saying that, but I noticed that from yesterday's stream. I was saying lower high, what was high low. I keep messing up. All right, but anyways, yeah, I mean that sounds that looks super great. It doesn't look bad at all. It doesn't look bad at all. So my first target for today will be these levels that we don't have a bottoming, and then overall these lows. Now if price breaks past that and there's enough volume, not like what we had yesterday, then there's a high chance that price might melt to this support level over here, right? But that's like way too far. That's the next low actually, right? I mean, you know why I say that, Jack? Because now the only lows we have for price to keep pushing lower, that price has to take to keep pushing lower is this. So if price takes these lows, then there's a high chance price can go up. But if price goes below, my bad. But if price goes below, then there's a high chance price might continue to rise these lows, 6 lows, then go up, right? But we need to see a lower taken in order to keep pushing lower. Not only that, that's not actually my only reason. We also have to correct this huge candle here, right? And the gaps here, and candles are bottoming too, right? So there's lots of things on the reason I'm looking for shorts still and not buy in a very bullish market, right? That's because we have got unfinished business that I really want to see price going down for before keep pushing higher, right? But it's not a must. Price at the end of the day can do whatever it wants to do, and what we'll do is just respond and react to the markets, right? For now, I'm only thinking of shorts, and I'll only be thinking of shorts unless price is above this resistance and we get a closure above. And frankly enough, I don't think we might get that today, right? We might either have a trade or not have a trade. We might either have a short or not have a short, meaning not have a trade, right? So yeah, as we keep going down here to a lot of time frames, I want us to really try to I mean, the structure is pretty good. It's way better than what we had here, man. This was trash. Yesterday's market structure, right, for a reversal was trash. But look at this today. We've got this high low here, and we've got all this range to benefit from. That's really good, right? Yesterday we didn't have that. We had this high low here, but with a big week here. So this was the high low here, and the range was what, couple pips, you know. But today what I want to see is price coming closing below these lows, and perhaps a retest, and then I'll be looking for trades. Now the question here will be, do I want the same closure like I had like I think on Tuesday, like a 1-minute closure, or a 50-minute closure? That'd be a good question. And I would say it depends. If price just goes down without structure, 1-minute time frame, I'll wait for 50-minute candle to close below, and then I'll look for the next structural point in lower time frames for me to benefit from, right? But if we get a 50-minute 1 minute going with structure, meaning low 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 high, low 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 high, low 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 high, and then price breaks, but I can get in and my stops will be above, right, chat? So this is pretty much the idea we have today, and it's pretty damn similar from the one we had yesterday, which is hell good. Our first targets are these levels over here, and then want to see how price reacts on that level for us to hold throughout the overall target, right, chat? But I believe that interval would give us at least a 1 to 2. We haven't had a 1 to 2. We've been having a negative 1 to 1 or something like that, right? I think this can give us a 1 to 2. Yeah, that can give us a 2-hour trade, right? Which is hell good, right, chat? So yeah, that's pretty much it, right? And don't forget, if market open drives price higher and price takes spin price break lower, that's gold, right, chat? That'll be really gold. So this is pretty much it, chat. For now, we can't do anything. We can just wait. I think I've explained pretty well what I'm looking for and what are my preconditions for having any trades. Now if price comes and close above that level there, I can't do anything. And worse now with what we're having down here, candles that bottoming, right? And this lagging structure on the move to the upside, right, chat? So yeah, it'll be a gift if price will take the highs. It'll be a gift. Price doesn't need to do so, but if price does so, that would be a hell of a gift. That'd be a hell of a gift, right? And I'm happy, and I'll be happy taking and receiving that gift for sure. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the breakdown we're having for today, and not much can be done right now rather than just waiting and see what price actually does. All right. I ordered some food. I'm hungry as fuck. Uh,
Nós ficaste me responder, mas hoje não dou bis, mano, dou bis a 12, mano, ainda se não tem. Ou você não dá levar de 12, nós cambiar aqui, bro.
Chat, so not much I can do right now. And I don't feel like playing music today, honestly. Don't have any feelings towards it. I ordered food and I'm hungry. I don't know if I'll be able to take it, bro, because I'm live streaming and shit. But hopefully, market doesn't do shit. But I think it'll do though. We don't need to take the highs. I say it again, right? That's a very important thing. We can just come and close above and then get back to the range and break that load. That's still fine. No highs are needed, right? Because that's not a because we took lows. I mean, we closed below the lows after taking these highs here. So if we take a high here, it's just a plus. It's just more stuff happening. We need to take lows now. So price can actually even come and close above, but we can still go down because we took the highs here and we never took lows. So to go up, we need to take lows first before going up, right, chat? So and these are details that are pretty worth mentioning, right? I don't know why the fuck price is going down right now. I mean, do you? But it'd be good to see you pushing higher first, then come down. That'd be hell. That'd be good. That'd be good to see, chat. Can't lie. So yeah, I mean, now if price just decides to go straight down without me, that'd be quite sad, honestly. Right? I hope that doesn't happen. But if it does, hey man, what can I do? If it does, what can I do? I don't think much can be done. If that turns out to be the case, close below. Ain't good, no idea on how that has to be done. And I didn't even calculate possible risk yet. I think we're far. I'll have to calculate right now. Teşekkür, o que seria do trap sem mim? O que seria do trap sem mim? O que seria do trap sem mim? Why are we going down though? Can we go up though? Like, the thing is, if price goes down now with this market volume, right when market opens, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Market volume after market opens is crazy. It's dirty work. I want to see what the levels I had yesterday were. I think I had these lows here, right, chat? Oh, no, what's this? Yeah, what's that? Let me check out. Oh, those are pretty close to these candle that. Oh, okay. I see, I see. Not bad, not bad. I think we might have something. There is a chance we might have something there. There is a likely chance we might have something there. I wanna take a dump too, bro. What is this? Oh, this I wanna eat. I wanna take a dump. I wanna do all sort of stuff. Oh, we had news today, chat too, right? Yeah, we had news today. I've forgotten about that detail. But not much volume though. Oh, it's just chilling because we are 30 seconds in, and I'm rushing. Or we actually don't have. Nah, I don't think we do have as much as yesterday. Or it could be chilling. Perhaps we're just rushing the markets to do something that wanna take more time to do. Let me have an idea of how much would be my lot size, chat. 0.32. That sounds a lot though. You see, oh, I forgot to mark the levels here on my MT5 too, right, chat? Let me just. It's like I'm hiding something. No, I'm not hiding anything, chat. No trades. Just said that stupid trade that I ended up closing early because it was a technical mistake. I saw like price had closed below a level, but pretty much didn't happen. Yeah, so I don't count that as a trade. So it wasn't emotional. It wasn't. It was more sort of me checking that and seeing like price actually closed above while didn't. All right, we're pushing higher. That's good. No, I don't know how high that is. And we have candle without bottom here, right? I think it's somewhere on these levels here, yeah. Did we take highs, chat? We were very goddamn close. We took these. Those count. That count, but and that's the matter. Once again, chat. Highs aren't the matter of the topic here. It's not like a must and something like that. But if it happens, better. But it's not a must. Today's odds says perhaps might be 0.32. I'll go for 0.30. Of course, all depends on the structure that price is printing, chat. Let's see. Let's see. If we don't have structure here, and we go, I have to reduce my lot size 0. Wait, 0. What? 27. Wait. 0.24. So a couple ways here, chat. We either close below, right, without structure, or we close below, give a pullback, and then get in when we get a pullback, right? So now if print a structure, better. If price like just comes down here and then goes up a bit, I can even get in right there and stops above, right? Because then price didn't take liquidity in these levels. We need to see price doing that. That's a minor level, right? I think right there. Let me check. Oh, that was 0.30. I'm in for shorts right there, chat. I think you all could see. Um, I think you all could see I'm in for shorts. Oh, fuck. Way earlier than what I usually do. Holy chat. I made it. I don't get in minute before. I have to wait 7 minutes after market open. Holy. But I'm in already. Holy man. I'm in already. Fucked up again, man. Wow, what am I doing? Let me adjust my take profit, my stop loss and shit, chat. I'm adjusting my stop loss and take profit, chat. I'm floating pretty well, but not so proud. Not so proud. But good trade, but not so proud. That's where my take profit is, chat. I think we got this minor level. What was that? I have that minor level over there. Why did I get in? Let me just make sure. Still adjusting a bit. I wanna see how this 50-minute candle closes. If it closes above that level, I'll close the trade. But I wanna check how what time I got in exactly. Okay, I got in right here. Wait. The trade was good, but the timing wasn't the best. I broke out with my timing rule there. That's the only issue. But the trade was good. The trade was good, because we had to come and take these lows at least, right, chat? If price wanted to go up, and we gave out that beautiful pullback, right? So, and I got in on the pullback, and my take profit is right down here. And I want to see how the 50-minute candle closes. If the 50-minute candle closes below these levels, I'll hold the trade, and that's a great entry. But if the 50-minute candle ends up closing above these levels, then I have to close the trade, right? Because that's an internal 50-minute liquidity being taken, right? So I don't know. We've got 7 minutes to go. I want to see how this candle goes about it. Right? Let's see. It all depends on this candle. Whatever this candle decides for us is gonna be it. Whatever this candle decides for us is gonna be it. Right? So that was the trade, chat. I didn't check time, but the trade was good. Just didn't check time. Let's see, we got minutes to go. Let's see. This could be a pullback too. Let's see. I want to see how the 50-minute candle closes. Don't forget, I said that the 50-minute candle closure here is very important. If we close below these lows, there's a high chance now we are coming towards at least these levels here, right? That's why you want to wait and to see that closure. Now if we close above, like the way we are right now, like taking these lows, like taking these lows here, I have to close the trade, chat. Unfortunately, I have to close the trade because that would be risky. Right, so let's see what happens. I hope we close below though. If we close up, at least I hope we close up in profits or break even. I hope so, but I don't know. Let's see. The thing here is that price ended up closing below these lows here, which is good, but we didn't. Don't forget one thing that is very important when price closes below. I always wait for price to rebreak the lowest point, and price didn't do so here, right? So when price comes and rebreak this lowest point, that's where my entry would actually be, right? But I don't know. Let's see how this 50 minute candle closes. It's all up to this 50 minute candle. If it doesn't close below, then I have to close the trade. If it's an L, I'll close it in L, and I have to join another one. That was not the same mistake as yesterday. If it closes above, yeah, but if it closes below, I can still hold the trade and everything. Yeah, let's see what happens. It's pretty damn volatile right now. Man, don't alive, man. Better don't alive.
Completed setup, so disk is just having that routine.
Okay, tá fixe. Depois manda print. Ok, tá valendo, man. Is it gonna be a straightforward L after moving profits? It could be. It could be. Let's see. 5 minutes for the 50 minute candle to close shot. My stops are right there actually. Let me see. My stops are right up on these levels right there. So let's see how this turns out to be. Seems like it's gonna be an L. Yeah. I'll pay the price for this premature trade. Let's see. Because you know that was a hope if price would turn. The next best level here is these levels here. So if I was getting that trade and my take profit was here, that would be good. But my take profit is here. So it's like a hope that price will continue, right? Oh, I knew that price would tap these levels, but without a closure below these levels, I don't know if price will go below these levels, you know. So that's the mistake I ended up making over there. So I could have closed when price tapped this level or trailed aggressively, right? Because I'm just hoping now that price will keep pushing lower, right? Because I was waiting for 50 minute candle closure, which I ended up speaking about too, right, chat? So, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. We got 4 minutes of hell here now. Not the best trade. The timing wasn't good. I got in 9:34, I think. Yeah. That's still within the window that price is just doing BS, right, Chad? And not that price won't go down. Perhaps price actually wants to take this liquidity here on the highs, especially after taking this internal liquidity. Now we have to come and take these highs and then perhaps drop. So yeah, these are a couple things that are really worth mentioning, right? But hey, I did it already, so I can't do much. Can cry around about it. Yeah, waiting for 15 minute candle closure, that would be highly important. 2 minutes, but yeah. Let's see. 2 minutes in. Let's see how this candle closes. I hope it gives us a break. I hope so. But if it doesn't, man, not much I can do about it too. Couple minutes left. Let's see. At this point, price has to actually come and close below these levels, because if it takes liquidity and gives us a break even, it's still gonna go up, right? So yeah. Let me check the other accounts. Adjusting some stuff here, Sean. 50. We have 1 minute left. Okay. Let's see if we can close the break even, Chad. Hopefully. Hopefully. 40 seconds left. Let's see. And then I got saved from a mistake. And it's not like price can go down later on, but then I'm looking for a break on these levels, right? Perhaps with a little pullback, but yeah. All right, let me see if I can trail aggressively or close. Okay, I trailed right there. My stops are on break even, as you guys can tell. I can even close a bit this and wait, or keep trailing aggressively. I'm trading, chat. I think you guys can see. Trying to recover. Okay, that's it. That's a break even right there, right? I think it's a break even. $1, not bad though. Not bad. I was trying to get back the 8 of that small the technical mistake I had yesterday. Oh shit, I forgot to close on the other accounts too. I can close over there too. I'm trying to close there too. So yeah, I ended up getting out of that alive, but not something that I should be proud of. Alright, that don't break even too. I got off that trade alive, chat, but it's not something that I have to be proud of. The idea was good, but the idea was not good for this target. These ideas are good for this. This target was a beautiful idea. That was a beautiful idea. Beautiful idea. It's a gold trade right there. But let me take a screenshot of that, right? Because I still took it. If my target was here and I trailed aggressive from here, that'd be hell smart. That'd be the smartest thing to do, actually. But yeah, nonetheless, yeah, not at all for trade. Bad trade actually. The timing of entry, the idea was good, but the timing and the fact that I could have waited for 15-minute candle to close below here first, and then wait for a structure break that is hell important. Yeah, those stuff, they really count. They really count. They do count. They do count. Yeah, they do. I only take a screenshot for 1 minute right now because why? Because I need to. I might still have actual trade today, right? So yeah, we had a trade break even. Let's see if we can actually get something. We can get a closure below. So for this time, chat, I'm going to get my full. I'll come back in a minute. I'll be back in a minute, chat. Oh, I wanted to go with underwear, bro. I'm naked. Let me just close this shit. I wanna eat. Order some food. I'll be back in a second, chat. Holy, it's private, man, private. I can leave it like that, right? I think so, fine. I forgot the keys. Oh, down my pocket. Chat, I'm back. Holy, we tanking. I need to remove my pants again, man. It's hot over here. All right. Price didn't pretty much go up, yeah, right? No. And we printed some good structure. I like the structure that we just printed. Really nice pullback. So I think if this man kind of wants to close below, if he closes below, it's better, right, Chad? So yeah, we might have an idea. Let me just calculate my risk too. The trade idea is the same, Chad. No, nothing different, right? To make that very clear. $0.25 now, perhaps less, because the structure is just scratched, and the candle fell to close below, man. Once again. All right, we just have to keep adjusting, right, Chad? That's our job. We just adjust. We got out alive from a mistake, but yeah. 0.22, not bad. 0.22 will be all right if we come and break these lows here, right, chat? So, and close below, not only break, close below, right? If the 1 minute high is left right there. All right, let me just chop some food over here. Pretty much same shit. I need the closure below here for sure. You see why the closure is important. The closure is hella important. I'm having oatmeal at 9 p.m. Now it's 9 p.m. over here. It's 9. This will be breakfast in New York, right? You all see me eating today, man. The boy's hungry. It's kind of spicy this time though. This is a Chinese dish, child. Very, very popular. Tomatoes, rice, and egg. I didn't know this would be food. It's like my go-to here in China.
não aceitou, pá, não aceitou. Tá aí. Homem, dá por nem bem, vou dar esta bomba. Quero essa moeda aí, pá. Não tô nada.
Chat, we took internal loss here, right? So if we want to go down, I have to take highs here too. Not a must, but that'll be ideal. some banana, man. Wait, let me just eat a bit more of this. Shut up, I'll be back in a minute. Holy man, let me just get dressed. Alright, I'm back, John. Oh shit, yeah. Oh my days. I still believe we might have trades today, John. We took this low, so we had to take the highs. That was a must. Right, that happened already. So yeah, I mean we might, yeah, as long as we come and close below these levels, we need to see a closure below these levels, and then we're going to attempt, right? So and the way price comes down is very important. If you're printing structure on the downside, right, that's way better because we can place your stop loss above these highs here, right? And that's gonna be the third attempt, so the same thing can happen too. Don't forget we did it here, price broke. No, in fact, price broke these levels by closing below right here. It didn't drive down, and then it broke these levels by closing below but didn't drive down, and again it can break these levels by closing below but still fail to drive down, right? So I want to be very careful with that too. Yeah, but I think we might have trade. I think so. I don't think we're far. I think we are 130 points away, which is not bad at all. I don't think that's bad at all. I don't think that's bad actually. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just gotta be patient now, right? We have to be patient and wait for that closure below. We need to see a candle closing below these levels like this. 50-minute candle, chat. I'm talking about 50-minute candle. That's the close below, right? That'd be hell good. That'd be hell good. Right, but for now we can't do much. We can just do waiting. We can just do waiting. When are you going to wait? Because we cannot just do waiting. The 50-minute candle is about to close, right? Not much can be done right now, rather than just waiting. We're not that far, Chad. We're not that far. I can say that we're not that far. So let's see. I think we might have a trade still. I think so. I think there's a high chance we might have a trade. But don't forget, at the end of the day, it all depends on price, right? We might mess up. We might slide off here and there, but always trying to hold ourselves accountable. That's what I've been trying to do. You know, so. You're such a hater. Know your game, know your game. Know your game, know your game. Know your game, know your game. One thing I hate the most is a pretty ass nigga. It's a pretty ass nigga. It's a pretty ass nigga. Don't talk to me. This nigga's not with us. This nigga is not with us. Holy thought, bruv. We are not that far. Timing matters, but we're not that far. I don't think we're far. It's dead. It's dead. It's dead. It's dead. It's dead. What's nah. Know your game, know your game. 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 Alright, we're getting a pop to the upside chat. That's surprising. Well, we had news today, right? We had CPI. Let me join on my trade a bit here. I think I had one trade, right? That was a break even. Yes, 30. August 13. Bearish. That was about 1 minute, yeah. I kind of have one set up here, right? For now. Know your game, know your game. One thing I hate the most. How's my load size over here? That was 0.3, right? 0.3. One trade. That was how do I put this, chat? Because yesterday 8.56 minus 1.74, 6.8, negative 6.8, but that wasn't today though. Today was 1, but I'm journaling 2 trades, so I have to 6.8. all right, that was what, none of it. Break even, I'll call it break even. 0.6%, negative 0.6%, right? Know your game, know your game. Know your game, know your game. Onde eu posicionei o stop loss era numa boa zona. Foi cozinhado tantas vezes enquanto podia permanecer no mesmo trade. Caramba, já. Chad, our ideas are pretty much the same, right? We haven't changed anything. I just haven't been speaking on it because price is slightly far from it. Not that far, but We have to drive down like 100 points, which is not bad though. It's not bad. But we need to see some volume kicking, right? This way we don't go really far. We're not that far, Chad. We're not that far. We are 120 points away. We need to see some volume for sure. Without volume, we can't do anything, right? So volume is important. It's a must. Nothing much happening, Chad. Still gotta be patient. Oh, that's daily P&L, I think. We're not that far, but we need some volume for sure. We can't be going down like that, right? I'll give myself an extra like 40 minutes to see how this goes. All right, we're getting some volume right now, chat. We're getting some volume. Hopefully it remains the same, right? Let's see, we're getting some volume. Let's check out the time frames. All right, this candle is pretty close from engulfing the previous candle, right? Let's see if that happens. That'll be good. That'll be good. So from a 1 hour perspective, what happened here is pretty damn simple. We took internal liquidity here and we took highs, and then if price can come and close below those lows, you know what that is. Our trade finally gets to us right there, right, chat? So we might have something today. Like getting a decent volume here too. So I believe that we could have something. I just hope there's traction to the downside, right? And volume doesn't die. There's traction to the upside. Without structure is quite tricky though. Can't lie. That structure is needed. We got the 50 minute candle just open. We have a top week. Yeah, we do have a top week. Let's see how the next 50 minute candle is gonna be. But such a drop, man. That was a very straightforward drop apparently. 160 points. Not bad though. Really nice one. Really nice one. Let's see if we can get a closure. We can get a closure below these levels, and then the next one to retest, rebreaks. We should be good to get some trades right there, right? We should be good to get some trades right there. Let's just see. Since price took these highs already, so the next lows that price has is these lows over here. So aren't those no more? That's not a level anymore for us to discuss or be worried about, because that was a level before, but that level gave us the move that we had for these highs being taken here. My bad. So the next is these lows here, right, chat? So our target, if we have champion for shorts, is unfortunately we have to wait for price to break and close below these levels here, the current lows, and then we can look for trades towards these levels. So structure is very important here, right, on the way to the downside, so that we can benefit from it, right? Without structure is quite tricky though, so that's why we need some sort of structure over there. All right, we're getting some volume over here now, chat. That's good. That's interesting, right? Well, we clearly have that support. That's still a support level right there. But yeah, where price before fell to close below. So if we get a closure below these levels, price can easily come towards these lows here at least. Right. So let's see if we can get that. We got 11 minutes for this current candle to close, but yeah. Let's see. Or it has to be here still, because it's a 1 hour internal low, and we have to wait for the 1 hour candle to close. And when the 1 hour candle closes, then we know that it's no longer valid anymore, right? But holy, we dropping, we tanking, I didn't even calculate my risk. Let me even have an idea of how much I have to risk. I have no idea at all. Let me see. We need a pullback. A pullback would be good, especially after this extension. We need a pullback. A pullback would be great. Without pullback, we cannot do much, right? Because look at this. Look at this extension over here. Good. All right. So we need to see a pullback first, and perhaps we can get in the pullback, right? Let's see if we get that. If we get that, will be good. Yeah. But then I'm thinking of where my stops can be. 0.25 doesn't sound bad. No, 0.23 sounds better. Let me check. All right, 0.22 doesn't sound bad too. Hope this candle is bullish, chat. If this candle is bullish, we can get in right there with our stops above these levels, somewhere above these levels. If this candle is bullish, because we have to come and take what? The lows. But don't forget, you're gonna be managing it very aggressively, right? So let's wait to see if this candle closes bullish. If it closes bullish, then that means a pullback, and we close below these lows, so we should be fine to gain some around there. What this guy is providing kind of makes sense, but I'll push it towards these levels here. No bullish candle. That wasn't the bullish candle, chat. So now things get much straighter, right? We have to wait for the pullback. Our idea is happening, but we need to see the pullback, chat. Without pullback, we can't do much. That's the problem, right? And the levels are here, so it's nothing to form about or rush about. We still have the levels down here. So what is essential is us having a pullback. We need to have the pullback. Without the pullback, we cannot do much. That's the problem, right, chat? So, but now the lot size is kind of the same actually. 0.22 still, yeah. But that pullback is still needed. That pullback, if it's this time, be better though. Still good. We didn't take loss yet. Still good. So our entry will be like somewhere around these levels here. Stops will be above these levels here, and take profit will be on these lows here. Right, chat? So this might be it. Let's see. Depending on how this candle closes on the opening of the next candle, right at the opening, we get in, because we are assuming that this is a pullback, right? Risky, of course, but a solid idea. Let's see. Okay, we sold right there, chat, as you could see. Let me place my stops and take profit right now. .22. Let me position my stop loss and take profit. That's today's straight chart. Let me see. I got in right there. My stops are right above these candles here, right there, and my take profit are on these lows here, right? Hold on, these lows here. Wait, let me check which lows those are. Yeah, right there. And my take profit on these lows here, chat. So yeah, let's see what happens, right? But that's today's trade. That's today's trade. It's either hits a stop loss or a take profit. Not much I can do right now. Hopefully it turns out right. Hopefully. Position might take profit and stop loss. We should be fine to give us that pop. Let's see. Let me just make sure that that level is accurate. Oh, it's not really accurate. I have to push it much higher, a little bit higher here, and drag this much upper. Around these levels is fine, yeah. 1 to 1, let's see. Let's see if we can make it there, chat. So if you get a closure below these levels, it's just like okay, perfect. Now we're going down, right? It's better, because don't forget this idea here, the way we got in with the pullback is just like how I got in. I forgot where was it. What was it? I forgot where. Let me check the structure. Where was it? Where was that? I forgot, chat. Where was it? Was it here? Oh, I think it was here. Yeah, it was here. Yeah, I think it was this somewhere around these levels, yeah. So yeah, let's see what happens. We're going pretty well. Let's see. We are pretty close to take profit and to correct a 4 candle with our bot wick too. Hell important candle, right? There we go. So I can even drag this much little bit higher, somewhere on these levels. We've got a gap over there. Somewhere on these levels here, right? Yeah. Of course, price can melt through, chat. Of course, price can just like break out, take profit, and then keep dropping, right? But that's not my business anymore. It could be my business, perhaps, because after now that price definitely took these highs here, price has to come and take these lows. Don't forget that's the overall target. So if you really want to hold much longer, that can 100% be done. That can be done for sure, right? But I'm happy with taking here. That's like how far that was like 40 points away. No, not really bad for me. The numbers are quite different here though. That's the only problem. But yeah, if I will see them, I'll see here getting closer and then I'll close manually, right? I don't have problems doing that way too. So yeah, but that's pretty much the trade for the day, chat. That's the trade for the day. That's today's trade, chat. Let's see, we're pretty close though. The 1 hour candle has to close. It's about to close. That close is very important, and I'm expecting the next 1 hour candle eventually to print the top wick first and then re-break the lows, and then we can get a pop, right? But now we have everything to keep pushing lower, at least towards that take profit, at least towards that level, right? So I hope our stop loss is good enough to keep us in the trade still, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. Here feels way far. Wait, hold on. 79, no, 76. Holy, looks much better. No, I'll leave it there. I'll check manually because the numbers are slightly different. Such nice milk, man, to the downside. this closure is hella important, chat. The 1 hour candle closure is very important. I feel like if we end up closing below these levels, it's gonna be much easier for us to make towards these levels. Way easier, right? So I hope it closes below, right? But not necessarily actually, because the point here is these levels, not these lows here. If price closes below these levels, we can still make towards that, right? So yeah, nothing to foam about or worry about. I'm pretty damn confident that's a take profit. It could be an L, but I don't know. I'm pretty damn confident it's a profit. It could be an L still, but I'm confident on the trade, right? It's fair enough. If we can take these lows here, we'll be good to go, right? Let's see. But it feels kind of late because look, price has been dropping since there, right? Boom, all this drop. So if you really want to correct that level, we can still go, bruv. We can still go. It's not that far too. It's not like 100 points away far, right? So yeah, but that's the trade. That's not much you can do right now there. That's either a stop loss or take profit. These are the only ways I'm going about that trade, chat. The 1 hour is about to close. Let's see that closure. Wait, what is important for that closure is to be below these levels. Hell yeah, that's hell important. That is non-negotiable. That is non-negotiable, chat. That is non-negotiable, really. So hopefully it's below these levels, hopefully. Yeah. Right, because that's the low. That's the 1 hour low that we're basing ourselves on, right? Let's see how 10 seconds. Why is it going up right now? Is it a pullback? Could be. Let's see. Let's see. All right, it closed below, right? So those levels are no longer important. Okay, we can get a top wick on that level. Now that the 1 hour can up and the price can go up here, print a top wick and then keep pushing lower, right? So that can also happen. Because we don't have a top wick for that candle, right? But now, chat, now these lows are invalid. And why are those invalid? Because price closed below. So the next low that price is going for is this low over here. So it's a good trade. So I don't regret having traded. Good trade. If I have an L here, it's just the wrong side about probability could be. Yeah, good trade. So these lows mean nothing. These lows price already closed below means nothing. The next low is pretty much here. I mean, in fact, overall here, right? But yeah. Why I have this horizontal line there is because that was a very important support level. But as you can tell, price closed below these levels. So price has everything to come towards these levels at least. And we don't have a bottom for multiple candles here, right? So yeah, decent trade, good trade, chat. I don't feel bad about the trade at all. Now if price makes itself all the way up here again, it doesn't necessarily mean price can go down, but they might take longer. I don't think price has to come to hit the previous candle and come all the way up here. I don't think that needs to happen. It could happen, but I don't think that needs to happen, right? So it could happen, but I don't think that needs to happen. But from one main perspective, after this drop, we need to see a pullback first, right? And then price will break the lows. Because if you can see here, we didn't have a pullback yet. We don't have structure yet here. No 5-minute candle, no a bullish candle for price to keep pushing lower. So I'd understand if this can have to be bullish for that structure to be printed right there, right, chat? So that's understandable. But coming all the way up there, I don't think that would be reasonable or that would be good. I just don't think that. Right, but a pullback is essentially understandable. I would understand a pullback for sure. Yeah, now what is true here is if price comes and close below these levels here, right, like with volume, of course, if we get a closure below these levels here, am I entering a different trade with stops of the first and break even and stops of these will be above, right? Or just hold. I don't have to get into a trade again, but yeah, but that's pretty much it, chat. These are the lows I want to see price closing below right now. Good trade. I think it's the same idea I wanted here, but here I didn't play as smart as I would have to, right? But nonetheless, it's a good trade. It's not a bad trade at all. It's a good trade. Let's see what it turns out to be, right, chat? So yeah, and it's 11 already. Let me check if we have any 4 candle opening right now. No, we have it 4 candle closing soon, and this candle could perhaps, oh, it took liquidity on those highs there. Price can come and print a bottom wick for that candle at least, and that's our target. That's our take profit right there, right? Price can still drop. Don't forget that price can still melt and keep melting. But I'll take it here. I'll get back tomorrow, get my confidence back up, right? I'll take it here. My bad. That's a 1-to-1 essentially. But yeah, let's see where that goes. That takes us. That's a trade for the day, Chad. W patience. Is it W trade too? Let me see how it's running on MT5. I didn't check my MT5, but there is running break even right now. Running pretty much on entry point, right? Yeah, but I believe in the trade. I don't want to control from MT5. I don't really like it. I prefer controlling from here. But yeah, let's see. W. It could be a W though. Let's see. Hopefully, it turns out to be a W. Yeah, good trade. Really decent trade. I can't lie. I'm proud of the trade. Not really sad at all with the trade. Good trade. Let's see. We're not that far from our take profit, Chad. That's very important. We're not that far. We are 45 points away, but of course, we need to see price closing below these levels. That's hell important. Price shouldn't be rejecting that level. Price has to break that level, right, Chad? But we're not going. We're not bad. We're not that far. 41 points away. Let's see. Not that far. We're not that far. I will close them manually, right? When I see price approaching these levels here, I will close my trade manually because I feel like the levels are quite different from my MT5. So yeah, just keep that in mind, chat. But I'll be closing here too, so it's all fine. I'll close from my Mac instead of my phone. My phone, I'll close a different account. But yeah, not bad. Look, it looks like we took liquidity, internal liquidity here, right? Minor left, but the price goes below, we are reaping over, right? So let's see. Is it another W, chat? Let's see. Hopefully, it turns out to be a W game, man. I can't. I want to have W's back to back, right? Who doesn't want to have W's back to back? Journal keep looking clean. I had 2 trades today, right? The first was I had the first trade, right, Chad? Today I had a trade that I got in early. Wait, I journal, right? Oh yeah. On the pullback. Yeah, I think it was on the pullback, right? Here. Yeah, I was here. I remember I was here. Yeah, but I had to close here or trail aggressive, but I didn't. I remember now. This is very important. I cannot forget that, bro. Jesus, I have to journal. I got a journal, Chad. Alright, we're pretty close, Chad. We're not that far. I don't feel like adding position, so I'll let it run. We are 22 points away. Not that far, Chad. Once again, we're not that far. We are not that far from our take profit. Right there. So let's see. Price is glitching while approaching that level now. What are you glitching at? We're not that far, but price has decided we're like 16 points away. At this point, I ain't got no idea what price is doing. I've seen this a couple times, man. Price getting back very close to my take profit and then keeps playing. I'm quite used to it, can't lie, at this point. Because I've been seeing a lot. It happens with me. Almost every trade is not that fast. I'm surprised that this trade is turning out to be a really faster trade compared to my other trades I usually have, right? And don't forget, I'll close it manually, Chad. When price taps this level, I'm going to close those trades automatically, manually, right? Not automatically, manually. All right, we're not that far. How many points are we away? We're not that far, Chad. We are not that far. Price is glitching. Price is glitching. As it approaches, I'll take profit. I don't know what the glitch is for, but we were like 13 points away at one point. 13 points away at one point. Not that far. I believe we have to tap that level, and for multiple reasons, Chad. Not only one reason, for multiple reasons. For hell, multiple reasons, but price is just glitching a bit, but it's gonna get there because we are even before, we are above where the candle that bottom is, right? So we should be good. Our take profit is well placed, I believe. Can we tap that level? Come on. Come on, baby boy. Alright, we're glitching. We're slowing down a bit. I don't know why, but we're pretty damn close. We're like 12 points away. And not even from the ultimate take profit, just from a level that I think price could react on, right? But the take profit is just supposed to be even down here because we have a candle that bottoming. So I think we should be good. Yeah, I think we should be good. We've got a gap here too. And this candle that bottoming too. And my take profit is right here. So I think we should be good. I think we should be good. I think so. I could be wrong. I don't know. Let me see. Am I really wrong? No. This candle here not bottoming, right? And that's like way above my take profit is, right? So we should be good. I think we should be good. But the thing is, if this 15-minute candle close the way it is, I'm expecting the next 15-minute print topic first and then flip, you know, or perhaps go down straight, right? So, but that should bring some volume too. But I don't think we are bad at all. I think we're still good. I still think it's just a pullback. Okay, there we go, chat. There we go. Are we tapping those levels? Pretty damn close. Let me see how much am I floating right now. I'll call it a day, chat. Are we? Let me see. Not really. We are very, very close. We are very, very close. We're like 1 point away, chat. Really 1 point away. We are 1 point away from take profit. Really 1 point away. Alright. Wait, we're not close. We are 1 point away, man. That was like 4 points away to take profit, chat. Let's see. You know what? I'll close it manually. Alright, that's a W right there, chat. That's it. Let's get it. That's a W right there, chat. That's a W. That was taken live once again, chat. Hey, man, what can I say? That's a W right there. Let's get it. Beautiful trade, chat. You all did good today. That was a nice ass trade. First, I had this trade, which wasn't actually the best, you know, and because I had to wait for 15-minute candle closure. And how much did I make on that one? That was 1.7%. Not bad. That was good. 1.7%. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Not bad. Now we back up, right? We back up, right? So we've been up actually for 4.4% up. Crazy. All right. So I was saying that I remember this trade and I have to talk about it. And yeah, holy beautiful trade, chat. You all did good today. You all did good today. You all did good today, man. Like really, really good. You all did surprisingly hell good. You all did very, very good, chat. Price can still drop. Don't forget. I didn't say that was where price would stop drop. No. Price can drop until these levels here, right? And if you want to hold, you can hold it. You can hold it toward that level. I'm getting my confidence back up first, and then I will do the holds and stuff. But I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I'll take it. Beautiful trade, Chad. Trying to check something here. That be taking live once again, right? That be taking live. It's melting, but it's open. Chat, that's a beautiful trade, man. I ain't got no words. Patience, paying off, man. Ain't got no words, man. Let me just join on it. How many trades I had today? I had two, one 0.03, another 0.022. Right, let me just join on this. 0. Hold on. 0.3 plus 0. My math is bad, chat. Overall, my losses was 0.52, right? And 0.52, quite high, because I had two trades. Two trades right now, not one anymore. I haven't had two trades in a while. Two trades, right? And the profit for today was, let me check it out. How much how much was the bread today, chat? Let me check it out. How much we banked today? We banked $19, so it's essentially $19.2 minus the trade I had yesterday, right? The stupid trade. Fuck that guy, man. 8.56. Fuck that, man. So we up 10%. We up 1%. Not bad. I'll still take it. Man. I'll take it. That was what? That was Milho for sure. That was a W right there. Ain't break even no more. And I'm up right now 1.9%. 1.9%. No, 1%, right? 1.09%, right? My math is awful. $10.96, all right. 1.09%, right? And this was 40 what? 44, right? I'll rearrange everything again. What about 64? 2.36, 36. All right. Zero point 0.07, 0.05. Okay, that's good. What about, okay, I'm arranging everything, chat. 2.0%. I'll say 2%, man. I'll say 2% here, or 2.1%. Okay, I'll put this. And then 5. 0.5%. That's precisely 0.5%. And then you know the numbers are big here for some stuff. I'm trying to make it all look the same kinda. 13. .36 1%. Right like that. That sounds too much. This is better. And then 26. .65. No, 64. Oh, I have to write the entire percentages. What do you think? Like, I leave it like that, or I write the entire percentages? 6.13. I think I'll write the entire percentages. I think I find that way better. Really. All right. I'll write all percentages. Shut. Yeah, I'll write every number that I'm seeing here. 6.1. Oh no, it's just one. Some are big, others not, you know. So 134. 5. 0.5. Okay. 2.001. 0.057. I don't know, it just feels too much now, man. No, I'll redo it again. Fuck it. Now it feels too much. It feels ugly right now. I don't know. Perhaps let me just finish it all first to see. I might be trolling. I might be tripping. 2464. But the entire percentages, we just keep it more accurate, right? 14. How much was 14 here? 1.45. And then here can be. Nah, it's just too much. Look at this. It just feels off. Wait, it feels off. The last numbers are deleted, man. 2 digits is fine. It feels off. It doesn't feel good no more. The last digits, I'll delete them. Just leave it with 2 digits. I'm happy with it. I am happy with it. That's a dive taken on stream, man. Idea broke down to the T. You know, executed here to the T. Such a nice calendar. Oh, I forgot to take. Holy crap! Look at this. Look at this shit. Holy man, look at this shot. Holy! How many more dollars we left on the table? Doesn't matter no more. None of our bees, no. Hold on. Let me. All right, I forgot to join. Right? Did I? Let me take a screenshot of this shit. Beautiful. We took highs there. 1 hour time frame. We closed below these lows. Our target was these lows here. Beautiful. Beautiful. As we keep having more W's, I think I'll be way more comfortable holding trades longer than I actually do already. So I don't want to force that. I just want to let that sink in naturally. For now, I'll be taking 1-to-1. I'll be happy. I'm happy taking 1-to-1, 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 1.5 also. Or negative sometimes. Negative sometimes. Today was negative. I was risking 20 and I took 17. It could be 1. Alright, but I was happy with it. I was like, you know what, hey, hell, I'm out here. I'm out of this shit. You know what I mean, Jack? But good trade, man. I had good volume. Good shit. Can't complain. Can't complain. Good trade. Wait. Good trade. Beautiful trade. All right, let me copy. Let me paste. Let me put the setups here. All right, man, we having good time. We having good time for real, child. Can't lie. I can't lie. Holy, felt my ass. You better be beautiful trade. Beautiful execution. The first wasn't good, man. No, the first, what was that? Jesus. 36. So you were on. 44. Chat, I took that account from, I don't know if you guys know that. I took that account from $6 to 100. That was down. I took that was down first. I was about to blow that because I had two consecutive L's, right? I got that shit back, man. Crazy. Not even I can believe that. Still a little bit skeptical, man. It's like, that was me for real taking it, you know, not rushing, every day, following the system, right? Following my plan, following the charts, you know, following what the charts are telling me. That's why I ended up having a shorts today, and I ended up banging the. Is that what I say? I banked banging. Banging is for banging, right? Like, yeah, when you're cracking again, shit. But no, I ended up collecting. I'd say. Let me use collecting. Collecting sounds more money related. Yeah, cracking, banging, begging, pecking. Pecking also kind of sounds money related, right, Chad? Let me put the last setup over here, man, and then talk about this trade. Not only today, I have to talk about yesterday too. It's a long ass journal. Right? But let's just do the diligence, right? It's important. We have to do it every day. All right, let me just journal the trade right now, chat. Okay, listen. Today is Thursday. It's August 13, right? I jumped to the charts at 9 a.m. Sorry, 9 a.m. Eastern time, as usual. And we had at 8:30 a.m. we had core PPI, right? And before I talk about today, I want to talk about yesterday, right? Yesterday, I had a trade. At the same time, didn't have a trade. Okay, what do I mean? I had a trade, but it was a technical mistake. Like, you know, on my MT5, I saw like price had broken a level that I was supposed to get in, and then I got in right there. But when I went to my trading view, I see that price didn't break that level. It was quite to break, but didn't break that level, like break a low for me to get in, right? So I mean, price ended up providing, it was pretty damn close from providing me an opportunity, but I didn't fully provide it. So I won't speak much of the like how the setup was looking like, because I wasn't supposed to have the trade in the first place, because price didn't quite yet didn't quite much give me the entry I wanted. I thought it had done so because the on my MT5, because the broker I use Exness, the prices were a little bit different, right? But when I saw TradingView, it hadn't done so. So what I did, I immediately went and I closed the trade. I closed the trade with a negative 8. In fact, I didn't close the trade immediately, not just lie. I actually just held the trade a little bit longer, right? Like trying to check structure, or trying to check if price would actually go in my favor, even though I wasn't supposed to get in because that wasn't particularly my entry point. When I read and then I got out with an L of $8.56 yesterday, right? Negative, not with an L, because I wasn't supposed to have a trade, but I was just like kind of hoping. I was kind of like trying to manage the trade based on micro levels now, because that my stop loss was supposed to be $20, and I ended up closing with $8.56. But what I feel like I did wrong is I saw later on that price wasn't my entry point on TradingView, but instead of me closing, and I would have closed with $1 negative $1 or $2, I ended up letting the trade run a little bit more to see if price would eventually get back to my favor, and that's why it costed me $8.56, which is not something I'm proud of, but I've identified the problem and I at least managed to close the trade based on minor structure level, right? Because price could still reverse and give me the entry point that I wanted, but pretty much didn't do so, right? So what happens is that was the trade I had yesterday, and I didn't join on it because I want to join on with today's trade. Why? Because it wasn't a trade itself. It was a technical mistake that I had that I ended up falling for, and ended up just paying a small price for it, small fee for it later on, right? But today, I jumped to the charts, as I said, and yesterday I forgot to mention, because I had to mention that yesterday, but I don't want to focus on yesterday on a technical aspect and what price I had, what I didn't have, because we had CPI on August 12th yesterday, right? Wednesday, but I don't want to give so much emphasis on yesterday because it was a technical problem I had getting into a trade a little bit earlier, just because of the price that were presented to me on MT5 were not really the things that were not the same as TradingView, right? So I want to focus on today. So I just had to highlight that so that whenever we're calculating the numbers, we are aligned with the fact that I ended up closing the day negative, not with an L, just negative $8.56 yesterday, and I explained the reason. So I jumped to the charts today, and as I said earlier, we had a core PPI at 830 red folder. So when I jump to the charts, what I do is today we had pretty much similar structure like yesterday. Like, in fact, pretty much similar structure. We had closed below lows, and we had taken the same highs that I've been looking for shorts yesterday, the day before yesterday too, right? That I had shorts the day before yesterday too, right? I think. So, but today, difference is price was now approaching what was the high of yesterday, an internal 4-hour high and an internal 1-hour high, right? So my thought process was, we don't need to take the highs to go down because we didn't take lows yet, right? We don't need to take highs, but if we do take highs, it's just a plus, it's a bonus, right? And my next best target is going to be the internal 1-hour low, or the internal 4-hour low. And after that, if price breaks past that and close below, then the overall target is going to be that support down there that I'm targeting, and those gaps and that kind of that bottoming, because the structure I have today was pretty much the same that I had 2 days ago on the last trade I had W, right, where price ended up expanding and left gaps and left the Monday gap and left candles that bottom week, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm going short. It's not because price is bearish, but simply because we have got unfinished business on down there, and I'm looking for a correction of that, right, before price keeps pushing higher, right? But of course, for me to be looking for shorts, I have to wait for price to take highs, and price did take highs already a couple days ago, and it closed below lows, so that could drive price lower. But what price did instead, went back up and had an internal 1-hour high that price ended up taking. And when price took that high today, my first target was what, the lows that price left behind to take that high, right? Not the overall gap down there, whatever it is, right? So, and then what I did is, wait, hold on, let me put this charging chart. You don't have to explain everything. You have to explain it because you have to be able to know what you're doing, right? If you don't know what you're doing, then that's hell of a problem, right? So, wait, I'm transcribing that. Beautiful trade, bruv. Beautiful trade. I mean, I still have a little bit problems letting the trades run, chat. Man. Fuck. I ended up losing all what I said, chat. What is that? I have to repeat all just what I just said? Jesus. That's not a really pleasant feeling to have, bruv. I have to repeat all that? Holy crap. Alright. Anyways, I have to repeat, right? Journal is important, chat. Without journal, you can't have a track record like this, man. Not track record yet, but holy W 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive Ws. Been doing pretty damn well. Anyways, doesn't matter. Each day at a time. Okay, let me go journal this shit. Okay, listen. So today it's Thursday. It's August 13th, and I jumped to the charts. I had core PPI and PPI at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, and I always jump to the charts at 9 a.m. So I jumped to the charts at 8 a.m. and I saw that we had news prior to that. But before I speak about today, I have to speak about yesterday because yesterday was Wednesday. Yesterday was Wednesday and August 12th, right? And yesterday I had a trade, but I don't want to speak so much about the trade, the technical aspect. I mean the reason why I got into the trade because I had a technical problem with the trade. What do I mean? On MT5. I was checking from MT5 and price was pretty damn close to my entry point, right? And I got in thinking that price got to my entry point, But when I got back to a trading view, I noticed that price didn't break that low for me to get in. And what I do next, I go to my MT5. I'm trying to micromanage the trade. So I was looking for minor levels for me to close the trade, right? And ended up closing the trade negative $8.56, which I shouldn't have done. Why do I say so? Because when I got in, right the moment I saw, I wasn't supposed to be in that trade because price didn't quite confirm, and that simply because TradingView was showing something different from MT5 because my broker's Xness, and then I decided the price points are slightly different, right? So I decided to hold much longer just to see if price could perhaps get back in profits and in my direction. That was not something to do. That was not really something good to do. Why do I say so? It's because I wasn't supposed to be in the trade because I thought I was, but when I checked it, I wasn't. At that same moment, I could have canceled the trade, and I would be up, I'll be down only $1 or $2 instead of $8.56, right? That was my mistake I did yesterday. So I don't want to talk about today before talking about yesterday, right? But I want to join all the trades together because I didn't have a trade per se. I had a trade that I had an NL, but that wasn't a trade that is part of my system. It was supposed to be, but it was not quite yet. That's why I say it. It was a technical mistake that I ended up having, right? So I want to, whenever you're calculating the profits I had today, you have to calculate that with the trade I had yesterday. But we're gonna keep it in the same journal, the journal of today, right? That's how I'm gonna deal with. That's how I'm gonna deal with it, right? So okay, today when I jumped to the charts, as I was saying, I had a core PPI and PPI at 8:30 a.m. and I jumped at 9 a.m. as always. And when I jumped to the charts, right, the price section we had today was pretty much the same as we had yesterday, the day prior to that, right? Price had taken highs, 4-hour highs, right? And my target was the lows and the gap that price ended up leaving on the aggressive push we had to the upside, right? Like 2 days ago, right? I said that I didn't have trades for days because price ended up gaping up in like last Monday, I guess, or the Monday prior, last Monday, and price ended up gaping up, left like candles down, bottoming and everything, right? And I couldn't have trades for a week, I think. But I think 2 days ago I had a trade, and today also the idea was pretty much the same. What price did essentially was taking an internal 1 hour for a high, the same that has been taken, I think, the day before yesterday or yesterday. And the most importantly thing is price ended up closing below an internal 4-hour low. So since price did that, we could then begin to keep melting towards what? Towards the next support level, towards the next levels that I see price going to tap or to correct the gaps that we ended up leaving on the way to the upside, right? But the difference we had in today's price action versus yesterday, the day before yesterday, is that price not only had closed below, an internal 4-hour low, but had printed a high yesterday, the day before yesterday, right? That I was pretty close from having trade too. And today, price ended up approaching those highs again, as if it's going up. And what price does on those highs, on 4-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame, price takes those highs. We had an internal minor 1-hour high, and price takes those highs. And what I do is I go to 50-minute time frame. And actually, I had two trades. The first trade I had was a good trade, but not as great as the second trade, and I will explain it. So the first trade, my idea was pretty much the same, but I didn't wait for price to close below that internal break of structure, 50-minute internal break of structure. And why that was important, because that was the higher low we have for price to keep pushing high and taking that internal liquidity on 1-hour time frame and 4-hour time frame on the highs that was just printed like the day before yesterday, right? So I jumped in before. With a pullback when price was pretty close from those 50-minute high low that I wanted to see price breaking structure. You know how I have to get in when I want to get in reversals. Not only I have to wait for price to take liquidity on the highs, but sometimes I have to wait for price to close below a 50-minute high low, previous high low, so that I know that price is shifting structure, that we are breaking lows and respecting highs, and I begin to look for shorts. Or sometimes I can look for that in 1-minute time frame. For the previous trade I had, I think not yesterday, the technical one, I won't count that as a trade, right? But I still have to join on that. But my point is the previous trade I had, I ended up waiting for 1-minute structure, which wasn't bad. But today, I ended up getting much earlier with 1-minute structure, not exactly where I wanted and where I had to, because I knew that it would be way better to wait for price to close below. Why? Because when I got in, price hadn't taken that internal 1-hour high or 4-hour high. Not that that was necessary. And why wasn't that necessary? Because we had taken highs already in the past and we had closed below lows. So price didn't have to take those highs that were pretty close. But if price had done so, that would be a plus, that would be a bonus, right? So I got in much earlier than that, and at the level that I wasn't supposed to do, and without a 50-minute candle closing below the previous high low, breaking structure. And long story short, price melts in my favor, like 1.5 percent, like $15 in profit. And instead of me like moving to break even or trailing aggressively, why I had to do so? Because the idea of trade was good. It's like getting in much earlier than I had to, but the fact that price could still take liquidity off that internal 1-hour high, even if it wasn't needed, price could still do that to go lower. And the fact that I didn't wait for a 50-minute candle closure below that break of structure, 50-minute break of structure, then that had to make me manage the trade much aggressively than I would usually do. Why do I say so? Because on the next trade I had, the second trade I had, so the first trade I ended up closing on break even with $1.74. $1.74. That was what I ended up closing the trade with. Now the second trade on the other side was really great. We had a 50-minute candle closure below that higher low we had, and below a very important minor support that I knew that now price is shifting structure. And I also had the 1-minute time frame telling me that. But not only that, actually, the most and the best thing that was presented on this trade was that internal high that price didn't have to take was taken. So price took that internal 1-hour high. So we had double internal highs taken, 4-hour there and 1 hour here and 4 hour here too, right? 4-hour, the previous one of the previous days that I ended up getting into a sell, like I think a couple days ago, 2 days ago. Yeah, I think I had a trade, right? Yeah, that was 1.4%. Last trade we joined up together, yeah, before today's trades and yesterday, technical mistake, right? So price had taken that internal 1-hour high, right? And when price does so, it prints a structure with low high, not actually really clean, but price breaks over that important level and that 50-minute high low that we had previously closed below. And when it gives me a pullback, just a minor pullback, I get in, my stop loss above where I thought if price had to go up, now that idea perhaps would be invalidated. And my take profit was about, I was risking $20, and my take profit was about, let's say, overall could be a 2-hour trade, like overall could be a 1.7 hour like trade, but I ended up closing with 0.97 hour. So essentially I ended up making $17.86, right? And I was risking $20, right? So yeah, one thing I still have to improve for sure is just holding trades much longer or throughout my overall take profit, right? So I had 2 take profits. The first was 1-to-1, which I had to make $20, and the second I had to make like I think $35 or so, right? And I'm not quite yet good at holding trades longer. I know that, but it's something that I have to practice, and I'll get better the more confident I get with the trades I'm taking, right? The more data I have. And I know that there's room for improvement, and I actually have to improve on that, really. Because I'm seeing here, from the moment I got in, prices ended up melting through the last take profit. Like, where was my take profit too? Not the last take profit, but where was my take profit too? Because overall, my last take profit could be literally like can literally be a 8-hour trade, but of course that's way too long. Then that's not a scalp or intraday trade anymore. I have at least to hold at least towards a 1-to-1 or above 1-to-1, but lately I've been closing max 1-to-1 or below 1-to-1, like kind of negative. But I know that that's something I have to improve, and I'll try my best to improve that, right? At least have a 1-to-1, and from 1-to-1 I'll keep improving for 1.2, 1.3, and slowly I'll keep adjusting and moving my profits. I'll be able to hold my trades much longer, right? But yeah, that was essentially the trades I had, and this is how I had the trades, and I wanted to journal, summarize it, make it professional, so that I can copy and paste into my trading journal. But nonetheless, it was a profitable day. I'm up for the day $19 and something. I think you can do the maths, right? But calculating with the technical mistake I had yesterday, I meant, I'm only up. Holy! I hope this time it transcribes, Chad. I think I take more time journaling than explaining a trade itself. Like before, I think it's quite same, like about 15-20 minutes. But here's a whole summary of the session, not only because of what I was looking for, but how I ended up managing myself throughout the session, right? I was saying, but I ended up ending the day with $10.96 positive, and I counted that with minus the $8.56 of yesterday's technical mistake, right? So I ended up using today's profit minus yesterday, right? But today, the first trade I had was 1.74, a break even, and the second was 17.86, right? And I'm overall up in my account $42.26, which is, I believe, 4.2% in the account, which is not bad. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just do what I told you to do now. Chat, that's it, man. You all are doing awesome, chat. I know this isn't anything crazy though. It's nothing crazy, but it's really something for me. But I've been doing. I think this month's gonna be much better, better than the previous month. Previous month, I was still having problems holding trades much longer and stuff, but I'm holding a little bit longer than I usually. Let me copy and use my all other AIs on this. Attach the text. Let me see which one makes the best journal here, and if they. Oh, okay, this Dipsy. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. DeepSeek is full of shit. Alright, let me read first, right, chat? I wanna see if the guy knows the play. Which one is it? I'm seeing. Oh, I'm up. I'm not up $10. I'm up $10.96 plus the one I had. Plus this, right? Hold on. My math is poor. Holy, that's supposed to be. Wait, hold on. Now 17.86 plus 1.76 minus 8.56, 11.06. Yeah, 1 point something percent. 1. 0.1%, what, 0.6, I think so, Chad. That was the profits, but I don't know in terms of percentage how. Oh, 0, 1, 0, 10, right? 1, 1, 10 here. All right. Let me check my journal, Chad. All right, Chad. I'm trying to find the best one, right? The one I like the most here. I think I'll keep using ChatGPT, but I'll be journaling on both. I'm using Grok. DeepSeek is full of shit, bro. Um. All right, let's go to journal over here. W day, man. W day. Slow W's, right? But yeah, gonna get there slowly. Beautiful. Yeah. Even this guy knows how to journal. Are you stupid? How was that? How was that Mola? That was clearly Milho, because we had unfinished business down below, the gaps that weren't corrected, 4 candles that bottom make, like lots of levels that I was looking for. Price took liquidity on the internal highs. I waited for break of structure, targeting the unfinished business and a candle that bottom make and a drawn off liquidity. That's Milho. Mola is getting like weak entry buys or weak entry sells, right, on a directional markets. If price is going up, overall very bullish, I'm looking for support for me to jump for buys, like first initial reaction. That's more and more like, it's like just trying to get the first initial reaction. I don't know why you keep confused. Why are you still confused about Mola or Milho? It's so stupid. Even with the journal yourself, you can't really differentiate the two. And with all what I've explained about the trades. All right, Chad. This guy is just pissing me off. Gro can literally understand that this is Milho. Yeah, man. Are you stupid or something? Jesus. All right, Chad. Yeah, I had 2 trades, and I think here's all the breakdown. I have read all this already. Right. All right, yeah. I think this is all here. The play is Milho for sure, and this is how we're looking for the month. Two trades. I mean, I'll say 3 trades. I mean, let me just write 3 trades here, counting with the one I had yesterday, technical one, right? I'll count that one too. Right. All right, 3 trades here. 4 trades for the month. Not bad. I mean, I'll just say 2 trading days, right? Not bad. We're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well. Let's see. I feel like we might be slightly upper than previous month. Last month we were up like 1.6%, right? This month could be substantially way higher. I'm still having small problems here and there, right? Holding trades a little bit longer, at least throughout my take profit, and I think that is just lack of confidence, right? I know my ideas are solid and everything, but I'm not confident yet enough to just like sit and watch the trade do its thing. If I had done so, it would have been 2%, and today would have been overall day like 4%. Cause look at this move, right? If here was like one close to 1%, picture like here, right? That would be like 3 point something percent, like 3.5. So I would be up like 2.4, 2.5% for the day, right? That'd be good. But I'm having issues still managing the trades. So yeah, but it's something that I'll work on for sure. I might start trailing right first and then see, or just hit 1-to-1, at least 1-to-1, right? And then when I get my confidence back up, I'll be able to eventually let the trade run at least towards my take profit 2 or 3, because I never have one level of take profit, right? The first was here idea, but then we had a gap here, kind of without bottoming, so we could get a reaction here, right? And I wasn't really willing to go through that mentally, and I think that's the problem that I had today, right? And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, Chad. At the end of the day, we ended up having a W, and the good thing is that was taken live, and as I always do, I'll go back to my live stream and I'll check the trades, see what I did. Now this trade was, one thing I've noticed about this break of structure is always best to wait for 50-minute time frame. Really, I'm noticing now that even here, I think, wait, that was yesterday. Let me check yesterday. Yeah, it's always best to wait for 50-minute candle closure if you're going against the trend. I feel like yesterday I got a little bit lucky, man. Wait. Here, right? Okay, let me just check on that. Really, that's a very important thing to notice, because if I have to rely on these, I cannot check yesterday, chat. Was it yesterday here? Oh, Tuesday. Yeah, I was here. Yeah, chat. I mean, I feel like if I have to get in from a 1 minute time frame, then my stops better be way up. And I remember yesterday on Tuesday when I got in right here, my stops were above these levels. I think above here, and then I push above here. I can do that. But if I get in 1 minute level, 1 minute, and then I put it here, that would be a trap. And that's why for these trades I'm going against the trend, and I'm waiting for a break of structure, right? I should have, if I'm getting into a 1 minute time frame, I should have a very great stop loss. If it's a 50-minute time frame, I can rely myself on the previous, still a great stop loss. Of course, you still have to have a stop loss exactly where stop loss should be, right? But my thought process is, look at the thing is, the idea of today was pretty much the same. I was just anticipating what I anticipated yesterday. The difference is, yesterday on Tuesday we had liquidity, but today we didn't have liquidity, and that can be a big difference, major catalyst for today's break even on the first trade. Otherwise, that trade could have, if we had highs taken, that trade could have just melted through. So I can't really say that was a bad trade. Why? Because I didn't know if price would have to take liquidity or not. But the fact that I moved stops to break even, that was good, right? So if I want to, and my stops are really good today too. I remember, I think I got in over here on the pullback. That was a good entry. Stops above these levels, yeah. Was good, yeah. But the fact that I didn't, it was good, yeah. I was anticipating the same as Tuesday, but the problem, we didn't have highs taken yet. That was the only issue, actually. We didn't have the highs that price ended up coming and taking here. So that was the main problem, right? The main problem. And it's very important for me to really understand these things, because I'll be able to differentiate, like, how I should approach some ideas and others. For example, for this here, and when you have a liquidity that doesn't need to be taken, but price could still take, and you have a trade like this, and you want to get in based on 1 minute time frame, even though your stop loss is very high, make sure you move stops to break even very aggressively. Because if price doesn't just drop like straight forward to whatever the target is, if it's below 100 points, there's a high chance if price gets back up, we might now begin to look for that liquidity first before doing the opposite. And that's key. That's beautiful to understand. All right, chat. So that's it. That's it for today, right? Call it a day, man. Beautiful trade, beautiful W. I'll get back tomorrow, chat. I'll get back. Today is what? Thursday, right? Oh, today is Friday. Tomorrow is the last day of the week. Let's see. We had a lot of trades this week, chat. 2 trades. We weren't supposed to have 3 trades, but 2 trading days. No, 2 trading days and 3 trades. I'll say that way. Beautiful. If this candle closes below these levels, below these lows, we should be good to go. We're tanking towards these levels for sure. The most wanted levels I've been looking for, right? Why are you shorting? If price is going up, why are you shorting? Why are you shorting? Come on, just understand, like, whatever. Anyway, so that's it. Let me close the tab here, and I want to end the stream from MT5. 4.2%. The numbers are getting a little bit bigger. It's good. After 3 months of consistency, I will start withdrawing 30% of my profits every month. So this is my 2nd month, and then I have the next month. And after next month, if I'm profitable for 3 months, I'll start withdrawing 30% of my profits, right? So to say, let's assume I end the month with 5%. Nothing crazy, right? 5% of 1,000 is $50, right? And $50 times 30%, that's like $15. So I'll get a withdrawal of $15, right? And that's it. I'll keep withdrawing 30% as we keep going, right? And yeah, I'm really proud of myself. I can do better for sure, I know, but I'm proud of myself still. Very. Yeah. All right, chat. That's it. That's the trade for today, and that's what I have for today. I'll catch myself tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time as always. And wait, my journal, how is it looking? 2 trades for the week. Not bad. And that's it. Peace, right? Peace what? Peace chat. Peace chat, yeah. See you guys in the next one. Tomorrow. Peace. Trade safe, you all. Don't settle for less. And always trying to win the fight against yourself on a daily basis. That's the key. I'm also trying my best to win these little battles. I can't think clearly, chat. Bye.